Hello guys, Belle here. Going to talk about the Marksmanship Hunter and the Marksmanship Hunter's artifact weapon. If you have not seen the video I did on the spell and talent previews of the Marksmanship Hunter, including the animations for the weapon use, make sure you check out that video in the spell and talent preview playlist here on the YouTube channel. Thastora, this is the legacy of the Windrunner. Obviously this is a bow, and I do like this specific one. Let me just kind of go on in here so that you can get a gander at what it looks like. Pretty nice for sure. Now we're going to be talking about the artifact weapon. We're also going to go through the different appearances, different appearance options that you do get for this weapon as well. A couple things to note here. You are actually not going to be getting any weapon drops in Legion. This is the only weapon that you will use. You will use it for PvE as well as PvP. Another important thing to note here, all these abilities here are going to be passive. You have one on use, and we'll talk about that on use in a moment. You also have relic slots here, Storm, Blood, and Life Relic, Artifact Relics. You'll be acquiring these throughout Legion, and you'll be able to socket them in here. It'll increase the item level of your weapon, as well as allow you to unlock some of your minor trait ranks here. This is going to be the level of your weapon. You have a total of 34 purchasable ranks. This is a maxed weapon because I am in a max level server. So you get to see all the stats here and what you have to look forward through while you're going through the content as a hunter. Stamina increased by 0.75% for every trait that you purchase. So 0.75% times 34, that's pretty nice of a stamina buff. So let's get right into your talents, or rather your traits, shall we? I talked about this on use. This is called the Wind Burst. It's on a 1.43 second cast. Has a very small 20-second cooldown. Focuses the power of the wind through Thastora, dealing about 196k physical damage to your target and leaving behind a trail of wind for 5 seconds that increases the movement speed of allies for about 50%, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. So let's go ahead and go into the, you'll want to make sure that you macro this, of course, as part of your burst. So let's go ahead and we'll start up at the top here for the talents, just so we can make sure we make it all the way through. You have Call of the Hunter. This goes up to rank 1. When you marked shot, Thastora has a chance to call forth a barrage of wind arrows to strike all vulnerable targets. Survival of the Fittest goes up to rank 3. Activating Disengage reduces all damage you take by 10% for 4 seconds. Critical Focus, this goes up to rank 1. Arcane Shot, Critical Strike generates an additional 5 focus. Quick Shot goes up to rank 3. Reduces the cooldown of True Shot by 30 seconds. Wind Arrows goes up to rank 1. Increases damage dealt by aim shot by 10%. Called Shot goes up to rank 3. Increases damage dealt by multi-shot by 10%. Mark of the Windrunner goes up to rank 1. This is the Wind Burst also applies vulnerability to that same target. Healing Shield, or rather Healing Shell goes up to rank 3. Aspect of the Turtle heals you for 40% of your maximum health over its duration. Legacy of the Windrunners. Aim Shot has a chance to coalesce 6 extra wind arrows that also shoot your target. Deadly Aim, this is Windrunner's Guidance, goes up to rank 3, increases damage done by mark shot by 10%. Gust of Wind also goes up to rank 3, reduces the cooldown of bursting shot by 15%. Deadly Aim goes up to rank 3, increases critical strike damage dealt by aim shot by 10%. Rapid Killing goes up to rank 1. True Shot also increases your critical strike damage by 50% for its entire duration. Marked for Death goes up to rank 3. Mark Shot increases your aimed shot critical strike chance against the target by 15% for 10 seconds. Bullseye goes up to rank 1. When your abilities damage a target below 20% health, you gain 3% increased critical strike chance for 6 seconds, stacking up to 30 times. Then you have Precision. This goes up to rank 3. Increases the critical strike chance of mark shot by 10%. So that's going to be a look at your abilities, your traits that you have for your weapon. And let's go ahead and look at the appearances. Now, to be able to unlock the different versions of the appearances here, I'm going to try to get a better look. Unfortunately, the look here to be able to see is awful. The panning opportunity here, it doesn't go really close, and there's not a whole lot I can do about making it better, so I do apologize. I'm going to just have to make the most of it here. So your first look, these are just some of the colors that you do have. That's going to be the kind of orange color. Sister's Bond, you're going to unlock this by doing Hunter class Order Hall campaigns and then some various other PvE activities. As you see, that's a big difference. Let that pan around here. I like the way that they're doing a lot of this teal stuff. A lot of these weapons have like this teal undertone color. It reminds me a lot of Mists of Pandaria. And then, of course, there's like your maroon. And then it says blue, looks purple. It's whatever. I'm not going to judge. Now, the Phoenix Rebirth, you get this from doing a little bit more intensive PvE stuff. So your Glory of the Legion hero, doing your dungeon, your challenge mode dungeons with the level 15 keystone. So definitely get to take advantage of that, which it's Flaming Wings, guys. Anytime you have any kind of Flaming Wings anywhere, it says, I love you. So, yeah. Obviously, since it's the Phoenix Rebirth, that would be the natural assumption that you would expect to have. From that. Now for your Ranger General's Guard, this is going to be your PvP. Nice that we get to establish ourselves as different in the community. People get to look at us and know that we PvP because we have the PvP view of the weapon. We'll wait for that to pan around, but it's a pretty glorious view. And in fact, with all these weapons, the PvP versions have largely been my favorite. And then there's the teal, which I really, really like. Really like that. And I really like that. That's probably one of my favorite versions, but I do like that teal. So that's looking pretty nice. So there you have the traits and the appearances of your artifact weapon. If you're new to PWNCAST, make sure you give the channel a subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the PWNCAST information that has to do with Legion and World of Warcraft from now and moving forward. If you're watching this video, go ahead and give the video a like. Let me know what you think of the weapon. I always appreciate your guys' comments. If there's something specific you would like me to record in beta, I'm here for you. All you have to do is comment and let me know. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.